Have you ever felt like your life is filled with unanswered questions? Maybe, even as a child, you sensed that something didn't quite make sense. While others seemed to move forward effortlessly, you carried deep doubts in your heart. Why do I feel this way? Why does my life feel different? Perhaps you've faced pains and challenges that no one around you seemed to understand. Those moments when everything felt overwhelmingly heavy, as if the weight of the world rested on your shoulders. And this is where fear comes in. Am I alone in this? Is all of this just a series of meaningless problems? That thought has likely crossed your mind, hasn't it? It's scary to imagine that your life might lack a greater purpose, that everything you've endured might have been in vain. But let me tell you something important. What if each of those experiences was a sign? What if all the weight you've carried was actually shaping you for something extraordinary? The truth is, the things that seem confusing now carry meaning. Every doubt, every pain, every moment of loneliness points to something greater. And it doesn't matter if you've ever thought you're not special or that no one understands you. Those thoughts don't define you. What defines you is the purpose that's already within you, waiting to be revealed. And that's what we're here to explore together. There are signs in your life that you may have never noticed, but they show that you were chosen for something much greater. Subscribe to the channel now to join this journey, and together we'll start by discovering the first sign, that feeling of being different from an early age. Let's dive in. 1. Have you always felt different? From a very young age, have you ever had the feeling of not quite fitting in? Maybe while other children were playing in groups or running through the park, you preferred quieter moments. Perhaps you enjoyed observing everything around you, noticing things other children didn't seem to see. Did you ever feel a bit out of place, as if you weren't quite like everyone else? Have you experienced this before? Sometimes, this feeling of being different might have brought a little sadness or loneliness, but the truth is, it was never a flaw. On the contrary, it's as if God placed something unique within you, something special that only you possess. Have you ever considered that your life might have been marked by a greater purpose from the very beginning, something that went far beyond what it seemed like during childhood? There's a beautiful passage in the Bible, Jeremiah 1:5, where God says, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you." This means that even before you were born, God already knew who you would become and prepared a unique mission for your life. And do you know what's even more fascinating? That feeling of being different is no accident. It's like a clue, a silent reminder that your journey would never be like everyone else's. Maybe, while other children were focused on simple things, you were already asking deep questions. Why is the world like this? Why do some people suffer? What is the purpose of all of this? Without even realizing it, you carried a special sensitivity within you, a connection to something greater. And this difference is one of the first pieces of evidence that your life holds a unique meaning. But do you know what's even more intriguing? This feeling of uniqueness is not the only sign. Often, those who are chosen perceive the world in a completely different way. Have you ever felt like you noticed things that no one else seemed to see? Small details, gestures, emotions? Something that made you realize there was more than meets the eye? Stay with me, because in the next topic, we're going to explore exactly that. How your perception can be a powerful sign that you've always been connected to something greater. You'll be amazed to discover that this sensitivity was never a coincidence. Let's go on this journey together. 2. Did you notice details no one else could see? When you were a child, did you ever feel like you noticed things others seemed to overlook? Maybe you were the one who caught the little gestures, like a shy smile or a sad glance, that went unnoticed by everyone else. While others were busy playing, you observed the world differently, the wind rustling through the trees, the sunlight sparkling on leaves, or even the strange atmosphere in a room. Have you ever experienced something like that? This attentive gaze wasn't just a part of your personality, it was a sign of something greater. It's as if you had a spiritual antenna picking up on details invisible to others. You could sense emotions without anyone saying a word, or even feel that something was about to happen before any clear signs appeared. Maybe you were the only one to notice a friend's sadness or the discomfort in a crowded room. Does that sound familiar to you? The Bible reminds us of the importance of this sensitivity. In Proverbs 20:27 it says, "The human spirit is the lamp of the Lord that sheds light on one's inmost being." This means that God uses your perception to show you paths and prepare you for something greater. This sensitivity isn't common. It's a divine gift, a tool that helps you see beyond the surface. Can you recall a moment like this from your childhood? For example, maybe you felt something unusual in a place, only to later discover that something important was about to happen. Or perhaps you sensed that someone needed help even before they asked. Share your experiences in the comments if you've gone through something similar. It's inspiring to know that others have shared stories like this. But this perception isn't just about noticing details, it's about understanding what truly matters. While many people see only the surface, you can grasp what's hidden beneath. This ability is a clear sign that you were chosen for something special. And do you know what's even more fascinating? It's not just what you perceive, but what you feel. Have you ever experienced someone else's emotions as if they were your own? This extraordinary empathy is one of the most powerful signs. In the next topic, we'll explore how this ability to feel with your heart may have accompanied you from an early age and revealed even more about your life's purpose. Stay with me. 3. Did you feel others' emotions as if they were your own? Have you ever noticed that you could feel what someone else was going through, even if they didn't say a word? It's as if their emotions broke through the silence and reached you directly. When you saw someone sad, perhaps you felt a heaviness in your chest. Or when someone was happy, it was as if their joy exploded inside you. These experiences weren't coincidences, they were signs of something special. This unique sensitivity, being able to absorb others' emotions, isn't something everyone has. It's like you have a radar in your heart, picking up feelings invisible to most people. While other children were distracted, maybe you were the one who noticed an isolated classmate and felt the urge to help them. Or perhaps you couldn't ignore someone suffering, even if you didn't know exactly how to comfort them. This extraordinary empathy isn't random. It's a gift that shows how your heart was designed to deeply connect with others. It's not just a personality trait, it's something much deeper, a bridge between you and the greater purpose God has set for your life. The Bible teaches us in Romans 12:15, "Rejoice with those who rejoice, mourn with those who mourn." This calling to feel with your heart reflects the divine love that beats within you. This sensitivity may have made your childhood a bit more challenging. After all, feeling so much can sometimes be overwhelming, but know that it's part of something bigger. It's as if God was shaping you to be a beacon of light and comfort for others. Your heart, so open to understanding both the pain and joy of others, is living proof that you were chosen to bring hope and warmth wherever it's needed. But beyond feeling others' emotions, you may have experienced something even more surprising. Moments when it seemed like you knew what was going to happen before there were any clear signs. In the next topic, we'll explore how dreams and premonitions can be yet another indication that your life has always been connected to something much greater. You won't want to miss this revelation. 4. Did strange dreams or premonitions mark your childhood? Have you ever had that strange feeling that a dream felt more real than reality itself? Or experienced such a strong premonition about something that, suddenly, it happened exactly as you imagined? These moments might have seemed mysterious during childhood, but they hold far greater meaning than you may have realized at the time. Often, dreams and premonitions are more than mere coincidences. They can be signs of something greater, a way for God or the universe to communicate with you, preparing you for what lies ahead. In the Bible, Job 33:15-16 offers an explanation. In a dream, he opens the ears of men and seals their instructions. This shows that dreams can be divine messages, guiding and directing you on your path. Perhaps you can recall a situation where you had a dream so vivid that it stayed with you for years. Or that moment when you had a strong feeling something would happen, and to your surprise, it unfolded just as you foresaw. These events are like seeds planted in your heart, reminding you that something special has always been reserved for you. If you've made it this far, you're likely starting to see how these experiences are part of a bigger picture in your life. And here's the incredible part. The more you understand these signs, the more connected you become to your purpose. So why not continue this journey together? Subscribe to the channel now and activate notifications. That way, you won't miss any content that could help you better understand the mysteries of your life and how they're tied to your greater purpose. Now, think about this. What if, beyond dreams and premonitions, you've also experienced situations where you felt like something or someone was protecting you from real dangers? That sense of protection isn't a coincidence. In the next topic, we'll explore how seemingly inexplicable moments can be clear signs that you've never been alone. Stay with me, because this could transform how you see your own story. 5. Were you protected from danger in unexplainable ways? Imagine this. You're riding a bike when suddenly a car appears out of nowhere. The brakes fail, but almost instinctively, you turn the handlebars at just the right moment to avoid disaster. Later you think, how was that possible? Was it just luck? But deep down, you feel that something greater was looking out for you. Many of us experience moments like these, situations where everything seemed on the brink of going wrong, yet an invisible force protected us. Perhaps you remember a similar episode from your childhood. It might have been that day when you nearly fell from a high place, but something stopped you just in time. Or maybe someone showed up at exactly the right moment to help you. These experiences, though hard to explain, are clear signs that you were never alone. The Bible reminds us of this protection in Psalm 91:11. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. This special care, present from your earliest years, serves as a reminder that your life has a greater purpose and that you are being safeguarded to fulfill it. These stories aren't mere coincidences. They are like gentle touches from God, reminding you that your journey is guided and protected, and often this protection comes with an unexplainable sense of peace, even in the most difficult moments. Speaking of peace, have you ever felt that, even amidst challenges, there was a strong presence beside you, like a silent friend? In the next topic, we'll explore this deep connection with God, a relationship that may have been with you since your very first steps. This unique bond is one of the most powerful signs that your life has been planned for something truly special. Let's continue this journey of discovery together. 6. Have you always felt God close to you? Some people spend their entire lives searching for a spiritual connection, but have you ever felt, from an early age, that God was right there with you? Maybe it was that unexpected peace that appeared out of nowhere, even during difficult times. Or the feeling that, when you talk to God, even if just in your thoughts, you were truly being heard, as if he were a faithful friend, always present. This closeness wasn't just your imagination. It was a reflection of something very special happening within you. Having this connection with God from an early age isn't common. Many people spend years trying to find that bond, but for you, it might have felt natural. Perhaps you felt a desire to pray, even without being taught. Or in moments of loneliness, you had the impression that you were never truly alone. This relationship is one of the strongest signs that your life was set apart for something unique. It's as if, from the very beginning, God was by your side, guiding your steps. The Bible reminds us of this in Psalm 145:18. The Lord is near to all who call on him, to all who call on him in truth. This closeness is not just a source of comfort, but also a preparation. God was shaping your sensitivity, strengthening your faith, and teaching you to trust in something greater. These moments, often subtle, are clear signs that your life has a higher purpose. Think about a moment from your childhood, or even your adult life. Have you ever felt that deep peace amidst chaos, as if something was telling you everything would be okay? Or that inexplicable strength that helped you overcome situations that seemed impossible? These feelings are evidence that you've always had this divine connection. It's the foundation that sustains you, the constant reminder that you are never alone. Now tell me, have you ever experienced something like this? A moment when you felt God close to you, even when everything seemed difficult? Share your story in the comments. 7. Did childhood challenges make you stronger? Look back at your childhood and think, how did the toughest moments shape the person you are today? There may have been days when you felt overwhelmed, facing challenges that seemed far too big for your age. Perhaps it was the pain of a loss, the feeling of loneliness, or even that sense of not completely belonging. At the time, it may have felt unfair or even unbearable, but somehow those experiences shaped you in a unique way. Imagine a child who, even in the face of difficulties, discovers a strength they didn't know they had. Perhaps that child was you, navigating situations that tested your patience, your courage, and your faith. While other children lived carefree lives, you dealt with deeper questions and moments of pain that, without you realizing it, were transforming you. It's as if every obstacle became an essential piece in building the foundation of who you are today. The Bible reminds us in Romans 5:3-4, we glory in our sufferings because we know that suffering produces perseverance, perseverance character, and character hope. God uses the hardest moments to refine the best in us. He turns pain into strength, doubt into faith, and challenges into valuable lessons that prepare us for what lies ahead. As you reflect on these experiences, you might realize that challenges taught you empathy, resilience, and a unique appreciation for life. While many view adversity as purely negative, you can see beyond it, understanding that every difficulty served a purpose. You were being shaped for something greater, and those tough moments were simply steps along your journey. And here's something even more intriguing. Amidst those challenges, a spark begins to form, a desire for inspiration, a connection to stories of triumph, faith, and courage. These narratives resonate deeply and remind us that even in the darkest times, there is light. In the next topic, we'll explore how this fascination with stories of faith can be yet another sign that you were chosen for something extraordinary. Don't miss it. 8. Have you always been drawn to stories of faith and overcoming? Have you ever noticed how certain stories have a unique way of touching your heart? While many children were enchanted by fairy tales or fictional adventures, perhaps you felt a deeper curiosity for stories of courage, faith, and overcoming obstacles. It might have been a biblical narrative, like David facing Goliath, or accounts of people who transformed their lives through determination and hope. These stories didn't just fascinate you, they seemed to awaken something profound within you. From an early age, you may have felt a unique connection to these examples of strength and faith. Noah's perseverance in building the ark despite everyone's doubt, or Joseph's journey through countless injustices before becoming a leader, might have resonated with your own feelings. It's as if these stories were a reflection of something being shaped inside you. And it wasn't just ancient tales. You might have been drawn to accounts of ordinary people facing extraordinary challenges. Missionaries who carried messages of hope to distant lands, reformers who fought for justice, or even someone close to you who overcame great obstacles. These examples didn't just captivate you, they planted within you a desire to live with purpose, just as they did. If these stories touched you in some way, share your experience in the comments. What's the story that left a mark on you? Was it a biblical figure, someone you knew, or even a situation you personally experienced? Your story could inspire others who are also searching for answers. These stories don't reach us by accident. They are like mirrors, showing that the greatest journeys begin with challenges and faith. And here's the fascinating part. This fascination with overcoming often sparks an even greater curiosity, understanding life's mysteries and seeking answers to deeper questions. In the next topic, we'll explore how this curiosity can be yet another powerful sign that your life holds a greater purpose. You'll be amazed. 9. Did you ask questions that no one could answer? As a child, were you the one who couldn't settle for simple answers? While other children might have asked, "Why is the sky blue?" Perhaps you wondered what lies beyond the sky. Questions like, "What happens after we die?" "Why does suffering exist in the world?" Or "Who created all of this?" might have surfaced in your mind even before you fully understood what you were asking. Imagine a child who, instead of just playing and living in the moment, spent long minutes gazing at the sky, observing the stars, or reflecting on life while listening to the rain. Maybe that was you, trying to piece together an invisible puzzle that always seemed to be there. This curiosity wasn't just intellectual, it was something deeper, a spiritual quest to understand truths beyond the obvious. This thirst for answers is a clear sign that something greater was stirring within you. Much like Samuel, who heard God's voice when he was still young, 1 Samuel 3:10, you might have felt that there was more to life, even if you didn't fully understand it yet. That curiosity wasn't merely natural, it was preparation for the journey you were meant to undertake. And as you sought these answers, it was as if every question deepened your connection with the divine. Each doubt became an invitation to discover something new, and every discovery brought you closer to understanding the purpose of your existence. But this search doesn't end. In fact, the more you learn, the more you realize how much there is still to uncover. And here's the most interesting part. Often, this curiosity is strengthened by the challenges we face and the resilience we build along the way. In the next topic, we'll explore how overcoming difficulties was essential in shaping who you are and preparing your heart for something greater. Stay with me. This journey still has so much to reveal. 10. Has your strength in the face of challenges always been uncommon? Have you ever surprised yourself with your ability to overcome difficult moments? Perhaps even when facing challenges that seemed impossible, you discovered an inexplicable strength to keep going. From an early age, this resilience wasn't something ordinary. It felt as though, with each difficulty, you were being shaped, growing stronger and more prepared for what was yet to come. This ability to rise after every fall isn't just a matter of personality. The Bible teaches us in Psalm 46:1, "God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble." Your strength doesn't come from nowhere. It's as if a greater energy has been by your side, sustaining you through the toughest moments. Each challenge you faced has been a lesson, a preparation for something you may still be discovering. Now think, what were the moments when you realized this strength within you? In which situations did you feel that something deep inside wouldn't let you give up? Share your experience in the comments. Your story could inspire others who are also facing challenges and have yet to uncover their inner strength. And just as your resilience has shaped you, all the signs we've explored so far point to a greater purpose. Soon we'll connect all these pieces and understand how they align to reveal the extraordinary meaning of your journey. Stay with me, because there's still so much more to explore. I want to sincerely congratulate you for making it this far. It shows that you're truly committed to your spiritual growth, that you want more than just going through life. You want to understand, evolve, and live with purpose. This effort isn't easy, but it's exactly what sets you apart. You're on the right path. Now, before you go, take a look at the links appearing on the screen. Right here, you'll find a playlist full of content to help you continue this incredible journey of self-discovery. Just click on it or check the link in the description to explore more. And here's something special. A video has been selected just for you, and it might be exactly what you need to watch right now. Don't miss it, because every step on this journey makes a difference. Oh, and don't forget, There's also a button here to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so yet, take this opportunity now. Subscribe, like the video, and leave your comment. I want to know what you thought, what touched your heart, and of course, share this content with someone you know who needs to hear this message. Thank you so much for being here with me. See you in the next video.